Alright, hello everyone, welcome to a very special episode. This is a trade deadline special. Today we will be mostly focusing on the deadline and the contract extensions that we have today. So with that, let's talk about what we're going to do with the contract extensions. Alright, so I'm this type of guy. I don't like players who have less than 1 year deals. So here's the plan. I'm going to try and re-sign a lot of these guys. If I re-sign them, they will stay with the team, and if they are on the trade block, I will take them off. However, if they don't re-sign or I say they are not good enough to get the contract they are asking for, they go on the trade block, and we will see if we can trade them away. If not, it is what it is, but usually with these 1 year players, I try and do what I can to get rid of them. So, let's get started. Alright, I did some things. Now let's look at everybody who I ended up re-signing. Let's start with Aaron Saval. We signed him for another 3 years, $7 million. He is a really good pitcher, and we're going to have him till he's 31. I think that's a good deal. So, Dean Kremer, we got him on another year contract for $5 million. It was a little much for him, but I want to see what another year what he can do. Not bad this year, not bad at all. While talking about Cano, I gotta specify, I'm not gonna tell you about the minors because those guys aren't really that important, so whatever. Anyways, we signed Cano to another couple years, $2 million a year until 2026. I think we got Zach Jackson on a pretty cheap contract for $1.3 mil a year for 2025 and 2026. We re-signed both of our catchers. First, Harry Ford until 2027, not even $1 million a year. He's going to be a great player in my opinion, so I think that's a steal. And of course, we had to sign the other young guy, Tyler Soderstrom. We got him for $1.1 mil for the same amount of time as Harry Ford. So we got our catchers until at least 2027, and of course, some of these guys got arbitration. We signed Harold Ramirez to another 2 years, $4 mil a year, about what he's making now. And yeah, I think he's done a great job on this team. Look at that average, 307. He's done a good job, and I hope he continues it. In my opinion, Zach Geloff was a steal. We got him for another 4 years for $1.6 mil a year. Look at this guy's stats. These are pretty solid stats. Nice average. He gets on base a good amount. He's got a lower slugging than last year, but it's not so bad. He's got a good OPS. I mean, he's done a great job. We got him for pretty cheap. We signed a player who you guys know I talk about a lot as the next big shortstop for the Oakland Athletics, and Darell Hernandez for $900K a year. Man, we got this guy in a huge deal, especially if he ends up being good. And guess what? If he doesn't end up being good, we're not even paying $1 million for him. In the final two Major League players we signed, Clark Elliott for about $110K a year. He's only 23. I'd like to see what he can do, especially since he's not having that bad of a season when he's really not playing that much. But here's the big one. We signed Brent Rooker until 2028 for $2 million a year. He's done an okay job, but those home runs, that pop is really what gives him the edge. And you have to remember, he was, I believe, taken out for a couple days. But yeah, if he could have gotten 2 home runs there, 20 home runs already would look pretty good. So, yeah. Now let's talk about who we didn't re-sign. Alright, here's everyone we didn't sign, and I can hear you in the comments already. I can hear you, or if you don't comment, I can hear you already saying, why the hell didn't you sign John Means? Well, look at this. He wants 6.7 a year, and he's barely pitching a 4 ERA, or under a 4 ERA. You think that sounds pretty good, until you realize he wants a long-term contract. I'm not giving him 5 years. That's insane. Sean Armstrong, I think it was another case of he was just, like, way more expensive than I wanted him to be. I didn't really want to pay a 33-year-old that much. So this one's pretty obvious. This is an age thing. Brandon Belt, I don't even think I looked at how much he wanted. Yeah, I'm not giving him over that. I understand, but he's going to retire any day now. This could be his last season, and I have no interest in re-signing him if he's going to retire. J.P. Sears, this one I was really thinking about, and oh, wait a second. He was a lot cheaper than I remember. As you know what? You know what? He's going to keep going down. Can I get him for 3.5? Hell yeah, I'll take him for 3.5. Blake Trinan is a case of look how much money he's asking for, and he's 35. Taylor Walls, it's just hatred for Taylor Walls. This is just my pure hatred for how much this guy sucks. This guy is horrible. Tommy Canley, let's see why I didn't sign him. This explains a little bit. Yeah, he wants the long-term contract, and again, he's old. I'm not giving him that. Abraham Toro, he's 27 and in the minors. That just tells you something. This guy isn't doing good in the minors. I think he wanted more than I was Actually, no. He's pitching a 5 ERA, that's why. I didn't want to re-sign Miguel Andujar. He was definitely not a long-term solution. Luis Medina, look at that. 5.6, but he is 24. So you know what? I'll give him that. And finally, Mitch Spence. It's Mitch Spence. Why would I re-sign him? Like, honestly. Alright, let's view the trade block, see what we can get. We don't need a catcher. I'm not going out for a big catcher. I'm not taking that contract. Okay. No, he's pitching bad. He's pitching really bad. No. Why is Rooker? I swear I took Rooker off. Okay, let's just fix that. I didn't fix it. Yeah, you gotta take Rooker off. I mean, he's crazy. Anyways, Whit Merrifields? No. Sean Armstrong is meant to be there. Carlos Rondon. These are expensive guys. Okay. That's a cheap contract. What about Bailey Ober? His contract is coming to an end, though. Man, I gotta take Zach Jackson off. Another guy we gotta take off. Apparently, I don't remember how to keep people on the trade or off the trade block up. Zach Jackson. There he goes. Okay. I think that's everyone who I re-signed. Belt's going. Trinan's going. Jace Peterson. I'm not getting rid of Geloff, so I'm going to leave that. What do we need? Relievers. We're getting rid of some good relievers, so what are they looking for? A left fielder. Miguel Andujar? Yeah. Yeah, I'm willing to do that. How long is his contract? Is he a 1-year deal? He has arbitration. He's pitching pretty solid. All right, I'll do it. I need some relief pitching. Okay, that's a great way to start off, Miguel Andujar. Okay. What am I interested in? I don't see my name on any of these. Did I not put on the... We did, so I don't know what the issue is here. So, like, let's just keep looking. Maybe Noah? I can give him Trinan. He's a young guy, 4 ERA. He's not pitching that bad. Can I give like an older guy? Like, yeah, like him? Yeah, I'll do that. Alright, that's a pretty big deal, especially since we're about to get rid of John Means. So I'm liking that deal. I'm liking that deal. Right now we're just looking at the trade block. We're obviously going to make trades for the guys who I don't end up trading here. So don't worry about that. Alright, I think that's what we're going to get from the trade block, honestly. So let me move to try and make some trades myself. Oh my god. Listen. He's on a 1-year contract, but this is different. This guy rakes. We're trading away Mitch Spence, Lucas Erkic, and here's the big one. We're getting rid of Jacob Wilson. That is the only part of this deal that really hurts a little bit. I am not feeling horrible getting rid of Mitch Spence and Lucas Erkic. I mean, look at this. It's Anthony Santander. This is unbelievable. We're going to throw this man at center field. We're getting rid of Brandon Belt. We don't need Harold Ramirez in center field anymore. Go. This is a huge deal. Let's see it. Yes. Okay. Hear me out on this one. Sean Armstrong for Matt Waldron. Listen, I know what you're going to say, but look at his ERA. But look at this. Sean Armstrong has been pitching really well this season, yes. He's a 77 overall. But he is a relief pitcher. We have needed starting pitching all season. We already got Yanoa, but how about Matt Waldron? If we put him in long reliever, he's going to kill people. Hell, I'd put Yano in that spot because he would probably play better. Throw that man in relief. Give me Matt Waldron. This guy's going to go crazy. For Sean Armstrong, that's a great deal. That's a great deal. All right, the last starter we're going to get. We're trading away John Means and Mason Miller for Tanner Hewick. Played better than Means and way cheaper than Means. I think that's a great deal. Look at that. Nice. I'm not going to lie. I didn't know he played in the league still, but we're going to make a trade. Tommy Kahnle for Chad Green. He's less expensive. The only knock on him is that his contract's a little longer, so he's going to be expensive in the long run. But that's not what I really care about. First of all, I got a guy on a longer contract, which means I don't have to re-sign him for more. Second, he's pitching pretty well this season. Right, let's play Who Wants to Make a Deal? We're sending out Brandon Belt for Danny Colombier. I think that's how you say his name. Look at these stats, man. Look at these stats. He's the closer. Okay, that I feel a little bad about, but still. Why is he the closer? That confuses me. I think he got injured. But anyways, that's a pretty good deal. We are planning on getting rid of Taylor Wall, so why don't we get a pretty solid bench bat in Jorge Mateo? Not hitting that bad this season. If he was a bench bat, that would be some pretty solid stats. Besides, he can play anywhere in the field. So, Stevie Emanuels and Abraham Toro, we're shipping them out of here. Yes, yes, yes. Goodbye, Taylor Walls and Billy Sullivan. You got to go in the trade. We're going to get Will Smith. All right. Let's make a straight-up crazy deal. Pedro Pineda for Andrew Wantz. He's been pitching pretty well this season. Yes. Look at this lineup. Look at this. First of all, we get Donaldson out of the righty lineup, which is huge because he doesn't do good against righties. And look at this lineup. Tapia, this is against righties. Tapia first, then Ramirez, then Santander, Rooker, Geloff, Soderstrom, Votto, Hernandez, Mateo. And then, after that, versus lefties, we still have Raimel Tapia, Ramirez, Santander, Rooker. But then, it changes up a little bit. Jorge Mateo, Harry Ford, Zach Geloff, Donaldson, Hernandez. Hernandez gets to play in the number 9 spot, which sounds bad in theory until you realize the guys hitting before him are Zach Geloff, Harry Ford, Josh Donaldson, Mateo. Like, Donaldson's good against lefties. Zach Geloff is actually really good, and Harry Ford is a goddamn prodigy. This is the greatest lineup I've ever seen. At least for the Athletics, I'll say that. Not the greatest lineup ever, but the greatest lineup I've seen for the Athletics. And, like, this is huge. I mean, this is, wow, 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 wow. Listen, it's a big deal, but let me see it. Anthony Santander lockdown. I really feel like the Athletics right now. Because, okay, watch this. I'm going to try and get Mateo. I wanted to sign him to 2 years for about 5.7. I cannot afford that. So I was trying to figure this out. I went into the roster, and I'm sorry, no I didn't. I went into trades, because that's where you see the contract salaries. Look at these. These are not expensive contracts. I'm looking through these. There's not a single man over like $5 million except for one person. The only person that has a contract over $5 million this year is Anthony Santander. So I don't understand. This must be next year's problem, right? But at the same time, we signed guys like Ramirez for nothing. Harry Ford for nothing, Soderstrom for nothing, Cano for nothing. Savall was really the only big contract that we really did. So I'm a little confused, but really it's whatever. Alright, let's watch together. We got a trade from the Blue Jays. They want to give us Trevor Richards, okay. He's been okay this season, I mean. For Luis Medina. I ended up signing that a couple years. I think I'm going to hold back on this one. There's another trade now. It's the Red Sox. Everybody wants Luis Medina. They want to give us, okay, Nico Cavadas. Okay, interesting. I think I'm going to take this deal, yeah. I think this is a good deal right there. I like it. Yeah, I know. The Braves now have a trade. Oh, look at this. They want Joey Votto. You know what I say to that? Go fuck yourself. Today is the trade deadline. The Braves have a trade. This is it. Ronaldo Lopez. Yeah. Oh, he's 18. You know what? He doesn't know how to pitch. I'm in win now mode. Give me Ronaldo Lopez. Well, that's the trade deadline special episode. In the next one, our team faces the Dodgers. Oh, by the way, we ended up facing San Francisco in 2 games. We swept them. Nice pitch outings by Savall and Sears. Anyways, we face one of the best teams in the league up next. So, next time we do that, thank you for watching. If you did enjoy the trade deadline special, please like, subscribe, and comment so I can bring you more. I will see you next time. Thank you, and goodbye.